gentlemen, welcome to Tales from the Tips. I'm DA. That guy, 15-year Tour Caddy Mick Middlemo. We're just a couple guys that love to talk about the game of golf, both inside and outside the ropes, but we come at it from a different perspective. Mick?
Yes, sir.
We are at home.
I love this place.
Twin Peaks. Look at this. We've got the Australian Open on over here, and we've got hockey on over there. Are you okay?
Tearing up.
You're tearing up.
Watching the Australian Open, Royal Melbourne. It makes me homesick.
It does, doesn't it?
It actually does.
Yeah, and Dad just called.
He did. Yeah.
Dad just checked in.
Yeah, like 1:30 last night, a couple of times too.
Oh, well, maybe he was wishing you a happy birthday.
No, he actually forgot it was my birthday. But in his defence, as he said, he doesn't really check the calendar anymore.
He doesn't have to.
He's 87 years old. It's not like he's got meetings to go
to.
to.
Why check the calendar? Mick, I got to ask you some questions before we get started. You ready? Sir.
Is this partaking about golf? Are they golf questions?
No. How was your Thanksgiving celebration with Greg?
Fantastic. We drank a bottle of Jameson Triple, the new Jameson that's come out.
Wow.
We drank a bottle of that between us and 19 beers. And we cooked a lot of chicken wings.
Who had the one extra beer?
Oh, probably me.
Probably you. And chicken wings.
And chicken wings. Yeah, we cooked chicken wings. And that's what we had. And we watched a
lot of football.
Yeah. I don't really want to mention football to you because this is a bad weekend for you.
If
it wasn't the Lions losing and Michigan losing and the Falcons losing, it would have been a good weekend.
That's true. It would have been a good weekend.
But all three of them.
But yeah, all three let me down.
Tanking.
I did get to celebrate a Georgia victory over Georgia Tech. I got to stay up late and watch an overtime win by the Broncos with my daughter, my oldest, who is a big Broncos fan.
Against Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, but still, it was fun. She still gets excited. How was the birthday celebration? What do you remember?
Not a lot.
There was because I have in my notes that I was told by a good source that Gustin's crew had something special planned for you.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there that turned up. They had balloons for me. It was very nice with a guess my age balloon. They didn't really give me the whole detail of how many balloons and birthdays I was having. I didn't want people to know that I was 61. And then there was a lot of little things.
Little things, like as in?
Shots of Jameson.
You said that word.
Yeah.
Yeah, like those things. They're about that tall? Yeah. And they kept coming, I heard.
They kept coming at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
So we got there just after 3 o'clock. I'd already had one Jameson before that, which was probably two because it was a big one, and had 2 beers. And then when we got to Gustin's, it was a procession of little ones. So much so that I was in an Uber by 6:15.
Very responsible, by the way.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Very nice.
The count apparently last night was anywhere between 12 and 14 little ones.
Okay.
Was what I was told.
And you sprinkled that in with some beer.
Yeah, the ratio was wrong. This is the problem.
The ratio.
Normally you're supposed to have 12 or 13 beers and 3 or 4 shots.
Right.
Instead of 3 or 4 beers and 14 shots or whatever it was. But yeah, the ratio got a little screwed up. But I appreciate my friends trying to kill me. The Uber driver obviously couldn't get up my driveway because I have an unpaved driveway, which is very, very rocky and very lots of holes and potholes and things like that. So I decided to make the trek up there. I do remember rolling around in the autumn leaves at one stage. I did bend over to pick up a Uber package, and gravity took over. Not an Uber package, Amazon package. And I think gravity took over, and all of a sudden I was laying in the leaves making snow angels. I have a few little nicks and bumps on me from that little rolling around in the grass, yes. I do remember looking up at the house and going, well, there's the lights. I'm not far away. I could make it from here.
Okay.
And I did.
Good.
I did make it.
You did make it.
Yeah.
I had called to check in on you. Our good friend Chris filled me in on the details because I was offering to buy some drinks while I was in transit. I was unfortunately on a budget meeting phone call, but I had heard that you were already en route to your home.
Yeah.
And I was still picking up my daughter from dance, so I knew you were in rough shape.
Yeah, I was in rough shape.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I made it again. Again, thank you to my friends who try to kill me every birthday.
You got a good crew there.
Oh, I do have a great support system around me. It was wonderful. Greg Elliott picked up my check. Scott picked it up yesterday when we decided to go and have a couple of beers, and of course there was a few short ones we rolled out again yesterday. So I'm not going there today.
You're not going.
I banned myself from Guston's today.
For today. Now, next
And
Thursday,
Friday.
we will be at Guston's with the radio station.
I know.
So you can't ban yourself next Thursday.
No, I'll be there.
Okay. So let's get back on track.
I just need to talk to my Conti.
I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Back golf.
All right, back to golf.
Right, let's go golfing.
What did you watch more of? The BMW Australian PGA Championship or the Skins game?
I didn't watch any of the Skins game.
You didn't watch the
Couldn't
Skins
tell you
game?
who won a skin. Nothing. I watched all the Australian PGA Championship at Royal Queensland because that's my home base. That's where it is. It's a real golf tournament, not a Mickey Mouse gimmicky Skins game. Not interested. Don't care.
You weren't interested in it.
Didn't give one iota of what happened.
We'll get into that. We've got the Hero World Challenge going on, and most importantly, the Australian Open
At Royal Melbourne.
at Royal Melbourne.
Top 10 golf course in the world.
Rory teeing it up.
Rory said that he likes, the first time he's been to Royal Melbourne.
Oh,
He said he loved the golf course, but it's not the best golf course in Melbourne.
really? Mm-hmm. What one?
Kingston Heath. And I firmly 1,000% agree with that. Been very lucky to play Kingston Heath maybe 15,
Wow.
20 times. Kingston Heath is a magnificent golf course, but the whole Sandbelt area down there with Royal Melbourne, Huntingdale, Metropolitan, Victoria, they're just, it's all natural sand. That's why it's called the Sandbelt. And those golf courses, the greens are incredible, and every one of those golf courses are fun and wonderful to play.
Well,
And Rory's getting paid more than the prize money for the tournament.
yeah, I noticed. Did you see that the BMW Australian Open paid out more than the Australian Open? Almost 2 to 1.
Yeah. And
That's
I think
a shame.
I think Rory's getting $3 million to be there, and I think the purse is $2. Something like
I
that.
think I saw the purse was either $2 or $3 million
But
total.
Rory said that he couldn't believe how many people were there at 7 a.m. yesterday to watch him tee off.
Yes, playing with Adam Scott and
Win Moo.
yep,
Mr.
Minwoo.
Lee.
Those guys shot a cool 2 under 69. Oh, Marco Penge right now. He was chipping for par out of that bunker. That's
That's not good.
That's gonna be an added stroke to him.
That's not Royal Melbourne.
Okay.
That's not Royal Melbourne, though.
Let's take a look at this. This week we've got the Hero going on, so we've got the top 20 boys. Scotty had a heck of a day today. Next week, Mick,
Him and about 5 others. I also
Yeah.
600 today.
PGA Tour Q School
Yep.
gets going. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna relive Q School next week with you.
Oh, yeah. Love those.
We're gonna do that.
Longest, hardest 2 weeks ever.
Longest, hardest 2 weeks ever. And today, we also will get your caddy recap from last week's Brown Grass Charity Golf Classic.
Yes.
You said something that you saw something that really made you think. So we'll get into
Yeah, we'll get back into that one, which is hard to do, by the way.
Which is you said that, and
Yeah.
I'm shocked. So if you're ready,
I'm ready. Let's go.
let's grip it and rip it. Okay, I got notes today. I did some prep.
What do you mean today? It's every day.
Well, I've been doing some things. So I'm going to start with the one thing that you didn't watch. I did wake up. I think I was a little depressed on Friday morning after what I had to witness with my
Green Bay Packers beating the Lions.
my team. My team let me down.
Probably going to lose tonight, too.
I don't think so. But with that said, I did watch the Skins game
You better
a
not.
little
I
bit.
just took Jared Goff to have over 310 yards.
Here's my takeaways. You ready for this?
Yep.
Okay. And I honestly, and I said this on the last podcast, I was excited that it was going to be a 9 o'clock in the morning start. I felt like this was going to be like me watching the Open Championship. I'm going to have my coffee. I'm going to be, and you know what, Mick? You know what I found? I found myself sitting there and watching about 3 holes, bored, getting up, and going and doing Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm. Like, what did I tell you was going to happen?
And here's
There's nothing to it. It's boring.
No, it really wasn't. Congratulations, Keegan Bradley, winning 11 skins for a total of $2.1 million. This victory, a little, I guess, a little redemption for his U.S., his Ryder Cup.
Zero redemption.
Tommy Fleetwood, nice finish, $1.7 million. Shane Lowry, who filled in for Justin Thomas, 1 skin for a cool $200,000. Have you ever played for 200 G's?
No.
No.
Not lately.
Not for a skin.
Not lately.
And then Xander was shut out.
What a shock.
Yeah. Here's the thing, and I don't want to get in, I don't want to belabor this. I was excited about it because it brought back a lot of good memories. Unfortunately, the things that I felt like I really enjoyed were family related, and here I was sitting by myself without my dad and my grandfather and my uncles. That was when we used to watch it.
But
so
it wasn't like watching Jack and Arnie and
no,
Trevino
and Freddie
stuff.
and
yeah,
it wasn't the same.
No. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have it anymore.
No, it didn't, and I was a little sad. I was disappointed by it. It was a tough weekend for me. With
you
this.
Really did have some bad stuff going on.
Okay, so let's get into the good one, because I did
something good happen on the weekend.
Yes, the BMW Australian PGA Championship. David Puig.
David Puig from Spain.
From Spain, the live player, second Spaniard behind Seve to win the BMW.
Mm-hmm.
So great things for him.
Great crowds. I heard nothing but great things about it. Spoke to a few caddies who were there. Obviously, this is one of those ones where you're homesick, because this was one of the ones when the Australian caddies we'd all get together and we'd have such a great time that a lot of us we hadn't seen each other all year because we're on different tours and stuff like that. So we would get back together at these tournaments, and there'd be a few beers drunk most nights.
Yeah, I was going to say
before we went out, and the last one I went to was the Australian in Sydney. It was a rather large week. Those are the events that you miss? Yeah, very much so.
Like, it's not like you don't miss the Texas Open.
No.
You don't miss those days.
No.
You miss the.
Yeah, you don't miss those days. You don't miss some of the small events and things like that. You miss the big events. You miss the players and obviously getting into majors and things like that. You miss all that. But it was always fun to go back to Australia and play. It used to be back at the PGA was up in Coolum. Great spot. We'd always rent a house with 4 or 5 of the caddies who had caddied around the world, and you would see a fridge full of lots of beers and a few bottles of red that were knocked over, and we'd always rent a really nice house with a pool and things like that, and so we'd have a pretty big night, and that was great. It was go back to see all the Australian guys, and it was just fun to hang out. So I do miss seeing that.
I was going to say that those are the things. Really good. I mean, good finish. Obviously, you had Mark Leishman from Australia and Nick Vogt from New Zealand tied for 3rd. Minwoo finishes 5th. Mm-hmm. So some local country guys finishing high up there.
And they've got off to a good start in the Australian Open. I noticed yesterday Elvis Smiley was leading.
Yep.
Good player. And but it was fun to watch it last night, and the highlights and sort of just think. It was because they were the first events I went to with my dad, even before I caddied. Even before I got into caddying, my dad would always take me to the golf. We'd always go to like the Heineken Classic or the Australian Open and stuff like that. And then it was kind of surreal that years later that I was actually caddying in these events, and my dad would come and follow me and watch me around, and he'd be there every round, and he started to know all the players, and the players would come and say hello to him and things like that. So yeah, I miss that kind of it. Yeah, I definitely do miss that.
Yeah. So, how much of now? Obviously, with the time differential, these guys they're actually teeing off already. Now, how much of this are you going to watch, or how much is it going to be mostly highlights for you?
Mostly highlights. I sat up and watched a little bit of it last night, but again, it's very late, and it was one of those things. It's like there was a lot going on last night. Obviously, I'm a big cricket fan, so Australia playing England at the moment as well. So I've got that going on, and then I had the golf. So I had one of the worst night's sleep I've ever had last night ever, because I just couldn't switch off from wanting to know what was happening. So I would switch one on, and then I'd go back to sleep for an hour, and then all of a sudden it's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm like, all of a sudden it's 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, I've been awake for 4 hours. I'm like, I've got to turn this off. So
Get some rest.
So I've got to try to get some rest. So yeah, but it was a restless night's sleep, and I'll probably do the same tonight, because again, you know, you get to see a lot of players that you know, a lot of caddies that you know, and you know, and the golf course was, you know, it was only 40 minutes from my house, and so.
Well, and you know the golf course.
I know Royal Melbourne and those courses backwards. You know, I've been very fortunate to play there, caddy there, and it's just a great place. It's just a fantastic golf course. It really is.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
So, and I see Scotty up there right now. There's 5 guys tied up there at the lead, 6 under, 66.
The hero, yeah, he needs the money.
The hero.
I hope he needs the money. Good.
I think your buddy Teddy needs the money.
Yeah, he does.
JJ, he's tied with JJ Spawn. I think it looked like Sepp Straka was in that mix.
Sepp Straka was up there. Yes, I did see. I don't understand the silly season with just 20 players playing for that much money. But anyway, good luck to them.
Right. Yeah, here's some of the guys that are in the field. You got Scotty, Hideki, Jordan Spieth.
Stephen Parr.
Right. You've got Justin Rose. Sepp, like I just mentioned, is tied for the lead. Keegan Bradley won back. JJ Spawn tied for the lead. Andrew Novak tied for the lead.
What a pity we can't listen to Brandel Chambly.
Oh, your buddy Brandel Chambly is on right now.
Good Lord.
So, are you done?
Playing darts.
You're throwing darts at him?
Yeah.
What else would you like to say to Brandon?
Oh, nothing.
You don't want to?
Go
Okay.
away. Just go away.
Okay, so what are you looking? So obviously, we just said it. Silly season right now.
Yep.
But we do have the DP guys underway. You know, now you had David Puig wins last week, live. Big thing for this week at the Australian Open is that top 3 guys that have not already qualified for the Open Championship get an invite to the Open Championship, and I believe the winner gets an invite to the Masters if they didn't.
If they already
haven't
yes.
Qualified. So big week for golf in that standpoint. Next week we have Q School, and we're going to have, I believe, the Grant Thornton, a team event, men and women. After that, Mick, things get really quiet. What do you plan on doing in the winter? What do you like to do during the winter season this time of year to continue to stay focused on golf, work on your golf game?
I wish I could work on my golf game.
Well, yes, you are still unable. If you were able, let's say.
I was nearly going to play this Sunday too.
You cannot play this Sunday.
Oh, I nearly did.
You cannot.
But I decided to go to the Falcons game.
You're going to the Falcons game. I'll probably see you. I would imagine. We're going to go torture ourselves.
Yeah.
This
No, they'll win this week.
You think so?
Yeah, they'll win by 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Now, did you put that on your DraftKings bet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Let me know when you do that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: What would you be doing normally at this time of year to either when you were caddying or even now, like if you could be playing golf, what would you be doing?
Things change because obviously when the tour finished back when I was caddying, you'd go back to Australia. So I'd be in Australia right now caddying these events.
Yep.
And then obviously you'd be there through December, and then all of a sudden January comes around and you'd be straight back at Hawaii. So you really didn't take much of a break because going back to Australia was always the fun thing for us to go back and do those 3 events. And so we would be right back to Australia, do that, then basically jump on a plane, and then sometimes we'd go straight to Hawaii from here, from Australia, and be ready to go. And then the tour would just kick off, and away we would go. Then obviously that didn't happen. So a lot of the times in the off season, I would go down when I caddy for Greg. I would go down and spend 2 or 3 weeks with him in Florida. and he would get himself ready. We'd play golf. We'd go practice every day. So he would start to get himself ready, like middle of December, early December, get himself ready for the start of the PGA Tour, which was always, the Sony in Hawaii. So we'd go down and do that, and we'd be ready to do that. So, and you go play golf a little bit yourself. Obviously, I don't like playing golf when it's below 60 degrees, as you know.
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of cold
You like
weather.
your shorts?
Yes, I like wearing my shorts when it's 32 degrees outside.
Yep.
I do that, but yes.
Are you a fan of the indoor putting green?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I heard some guys talking about it the other day on one of the channels, and I was thinking about that. I'm like, what are some of the things that our listening audience can do? Because a lot of our listeners here in the States, it's winter. It's starting to turn winter. We're getting ready. We're in the holiday season. It's very festive here at Twin Peaks right now. What are some of the things that they can work on in their homes, or like if they can't access?
Always putting.
Yeah.
Always putting. I mean, you can obviously, if you want to chip golf balls around your living room, congratulations, but I'd probably get the indoor ones.
Yeah.
I don't think we're all quite ready for the
No.
the breaking of the glass and all this sort of stuff and things like that, but definitely putting. Greg Owen, his house, he had a wonderful putting green in the backyard. Jared Lyle had one in the backyard when I lived at his house. And we would just go out, we would just have competitions with each other, basically. Just, just keep working on the stroke. I mean, if you practice your putting all winter, I mean, it's going to be pretty good. I mean, there's so many of these new indoor facilities now where you can go and practice and play indoors. I like that aspect of it. I don't like the putting aspect of those.
Yeah, I agree.
Those things. I
agree.
Nothing to me. I don't like any of that part of it. But that's a good way to go work on your swing. If you want to do that once a week, I think it's a great idea.
Got it.
Go to Four Seasons in Ackworth.
There you go.
Quick plug.
We're gonna have to go make a visit over there.
We will for certain.
Okay.
I have. It's a great setup. Wonderful setup.
So you had a chance to caddy for me last Monday.
Well, it wasn't just you.
Well, I kind of considered it was for me.
Well, you didn't listen to me on one hole.
That's not true. I listened to you the entire round.
Except when you thought you were going to hit a 4-iron 220 yards uphill into the wind.
Except for that point. But you, in fairness, never said anything.
No, I let you do it.
You did.
I let you do it.
And I came up 10 yards short.
How many?
10.
20. Anyway, it was closer to 20. It was closer to 20. But this is the perfect example of amateur golf. And what I used to have to deal with in pro-ams and stuff all the time. You cannot.
Right.
Cannot.
I can't.
Hit a 4-iron 220 yards.
Uphill.
Slightly uphill into the wind. You cannot.
I cannot.
You may have once in your life, but that doesn't mean you can do it all the time.
I used to be able to.
Yes, we used to be able to do a lot of things. But
Right.
this
keep
is
forgetting
the
what
issue,
age I
and
am.
if you want to listen to guys like John Daly talk about people in pro-ams and stuff like that most amateur golfers always come up short. The amount of times you, excuse me, the amount of times, how many times you see people go long, long, long? Very rarely. Everybody, 95% of the time, comes up short. Because you're dreaming when you think that you can hit a club this far. I'm very conscious of it when I play, that I'd rather be longer than shorter.
Right.
How far do you hit a pitching wedge?
A standard pitching wedge.
Standard pitching wedge.
125.
125 yards.
Yes.
Could you hit 190 yards?
Could I hit one? No, I would hit my sand wedge.
Well, why wouldn't you hit 190 yards? Why can't you?
Because I can hit my sand wedge.
See, now I can
90
hit a
yards.
pitching wedge either. I can hit 190 yards or I can hit 115 yards.
But I don't work on a pitching wedge at 90 yards.
But there are certain
I have
flag positions, there are certain things, and there's certain ways you can flight the ball a little bit lower to bring it in there and spin it a little bit more. And that's why I like that little knockdown pitching wedge shot.
I do like that.
Yes, but
Yeah.
people don't practice those things. And that's the problem.
You
You can sit there and go, like, even like when I play with Chris, he goes, what you hit there? I go, wedge. He's like, pitching wedge? I'm like, yeah, because I like to hit a little spinner from 90 yards. I love that shot. I like to hit it in there and just go, stop, bang, quick. It's easy. I know where it has to be in my backswing. I know it has to be in my follow through. Now, there are times where you think, well, it's downwind. Now it's a little different. It's downwind. I can really get after this one and go a little bit harder and hit it. Get a little higher, come down softer. It's fine. They're the things that maybe you should learn and try to practice. And when you go to these facilities and things like that, practice it, try it, see what you think.
That's
But don't try to hit a 4-iron 220 yards.
Not 220. I came up short. But that's okay. What else did you take away from that experience?
The Brown Grass Classic.
Yes.
Let's see. John Parler is a horrible golfer.
Oh, why did you do that to poor John?
Oh, he's horrible. But he doesn't really try that hard either. He just gets up there and gives it a whack.
Right.
He's there to have fun.
He's a
not
great
there to get
recreational
better.
golfer.
I also took some video of some people who work for the radio station here.
Yep.
None of them are ever going to be on the PGA Tour.
No, thankfully.
No.
They're really good at what they do
otherwise. There's a couple of them that look like they were trying to kill a rat in a phone booth.
Oh.
Just things going on. They would have a little bit of work to go on.
A lot of work.
Chris Forney played pretty good that day.
Chris played pretty good
that day.
Yeah.
And then we played as an eightsome for a little while.
Yes.
We came back there and I got to watch something that I'd heard a lot about.
Right. You have heard.
Talk to me about this lovely young lady.
Well, and it's not because he's a sponsor or because he is a good friend, but James's daughter, Nina, who just committed to Appalachia State, is a top-ranked amateur player here in the state of Georgia. I have had the pleasure to play several rounds of golf with her, and I've told you several times how good of a player I thought she was. But one of the things you and I have talked about is you've heard that more times than you could even remember of an amateur scratch golfer being top.
Even the guys we played with. There's a couple of guys out there who hit the ball long and they play good and they still make bonehead mistakes and things like that. They're very good amateur golfers.
Yes.
They're never going to be anything better than very good amateur golfers.
Very true.
That's just the nature of the way they play, the way they think, and there's a lot that goes into it. I've been around golf for a long time. Some of the most impressive things I've ever seen. First time I watched Rory hit balls.
Yep.
Played a practice round with him at Lytham St Anne's in 2012, but I'd seen him before that. Super impressed. When I first watched him play, I was like, wow, this guy is super. And of course, apart from Tiger, when I first was in the group with Tiger, same thing. You're impressed, but you'd already heard it. The next one I saw was when I was caddying for Michelle Wee, and we were paired with Nelly Corder in the Bahamas. It was Nelly Corder's first ever LPGA Tour event. And I walked off the golf course after the 36 holes of watching her play and went, that woman is a superstar in the making. And I said to her caddy at the time, I said, do everything you can not to lose that job because she's going to make you a millionaire. And he did lose the job. But she was so impressive in the game. I was like, wow, that was spectacular. Until I saw what I saw at the Brown Grass Classic with Nina. It was one of the most impressive things I've seen ever since I've been following golf. That swing, the demeanor, the control of the golf ball, the flight, everything I watched. She's how old?
She's 17.
She's 17.
Yeah.
I walked off the golf course saying that girl will win a major on the LPGA Tour, and I will stick to my guns 100% of what I watched. It was so impressive. So impressive that I think I'm probably going to get a gym membership because I probably need to get fit to caddy again.
Yeah.
That's how super impressed I was. She's a great girl. She's a great kid. It's an incredible golf swing. I mean, she slots it beautifully. Everything is just, it's on a rope. It's so good. For a 17-year-old, it was one of the most impressive things I've seen.
And it was shot after shot after shot after shot after shot.
Nothing.
I think in the 4 to 5 holes that we played with them, she missed one shot the entire time.
Yeah, and it was what we consider a miss is she missed the green by 4 inches.
Right. She went long.
Yeah, she went long left a little bit. Little bit, but just rolls it up to the next putt up to here, and it doesn't matter. But it was.
And that, by the way, was a par 4 she drove.
Yeah, super impressive. Very excited to watch her career as it unfolds.
When you and I were talking about what we were going to discuss for today's episode, and you mentioned that, I was like, I'm like, come on. And you go,
No.
Dave. And then as you explained it to me, and I think part of it is being so close to her and watching her grow up for as long as I have. Obviously now living back here, I remember when Nina was born. James and I go back that far. Her brother's a collegiate hockey player. I mean, the skill, the hand-eye coordination in that family.
Did they get it from their mother?
I must, because James is not.
No, he's not great.
No, actually.
And he's a Lions fan too, so.
Right.
He's impressed.
But it's and a Michigan fan. We had James and I had a rough weekend.
Yeah.
But I would do say, when you said she's going to win on the LPGA Tour and she's going to win a major, that's something, and you have the eye for it, and you've seen it, you've been around the game. It's a different sound coming off the club face, and it's effortless, and it's smooth, and it's just like, man.
But it's
she
not,
makes it so look. So
but the
easy.
thing is, it's not missing a shot. It's just like, and if she did miss, it was just like it's a little miss. It was like, I watched her on the range, I watched her warm up on the range, I watched the drill, the routine she went through. I watched the way the ball came off the club face, and I was like, okay, that's really nice for a 17-year-old. And then got to the golf course. It was just, it was. And I'm looking forward to watching her play 18 holes of golf. I'm looking forward to watching her, just the way she's going to tear it up. I'm really looking forward to her college career and what she's going to do.
We're going to have to get out there. I know she's got some JGA tournaments this summer. Obviously our partnership with our folks here at Twin Peaks will carry us around, and I think we should get out there to see her, and we got to get you rehabbed.
My knee's fine now.
Yeah, she's got you got about 4 years that you're going to have to go through while she's at App State. So.
Cruising.
Yeah. All right, sir.
That's it.
Next week, Q School recap.
Ooh, got some good ones at Q
We're
School.
we're gonna relive Q School.
Got some good ones there.
And
Great
what we
stories.
will do, we will preview and get ready ourselves for what is going to be the Bowl Championship Series. We'll have some conference champions to.
There's a game this week.
There is a game right here in Atlanta this week, Sunday. Oh, I mean Saturday.
Saturday, 3:30.
The better one is Saturday. Okay. So thanks for teaming up with us on Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a like, hit that subscribe button, drop us a comment, let us know how we're doing. We do appreciate hearing from you. You can find Tales from the Tips wherever you find your favorite podcasts: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, the Odyssey app, and now available on iHeart Podcasts. Just search for Tales from the Tips under podcast. Hit the plus button, subscribe, thumbs up, do whatever you got to do, and enjoy. Mick?
Yes.
We are on all the socials: Instagram, X, and your favorite
TikTok.
And of course, you can catch this thing live on the Twitch as you are right now. Thanks for all of you guys tuning in. Mick, it's the holiday season. Brother.
Thanks for all the birthday wishes for everybody from Australia who sent me messages and things like that. Very much appreciated.
Happy birthday to you, sir. We will go through Q School next week, and we will get ready for the holidays, my friend.
Yes.
All right. Keep your drive straight, your putt short, and your scores low as we keep it on Tales from the Tips. We'll see you next time.